Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're diving into something I know a lot of you are curious about. Building a digital business using YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. It's like this giant platform with so much potential.
Right, absolutely. But it can also feel overwhelming. Like, where do you even begin?
Exactly. And that's why we're digging into this awesome source today. It's from someone who actually built a multi-six-figure business primarily through YouTube.
Yeah, and they have some really interesting insights,
Yeah.
especially about the mindset you need to have.
Right. It's not about becoming a YouTuber.
That's what they say, straight up. Don't aim to be a YouTuber.
It's about being a business owner who uses YouTube strategically.
A total mindset shift.
Yeah, most people think YouTube will be a star, but this source breaks it down why that's often a trap. Being a YouTuber in itself might not be enough to actually pay the bills, put a roof overhead, food on the table.
Yeah, I can see how that dream could quickly turn into a financial nightmare. So how do you actually apply this business owner mindset to YouTube?
Well, the source calls it reverse engineering your business.
Okay. Reverse engineering.
And it's surprisingly simple. You start with your income goals. How much do you actually need to make to cover your expenses and live the life you want?
Right. First things first, know your numbers.
Then you work backward, figuring out what kind of products or services do you need to offer, how much do you need to sell, and how can YouTube help you reach those goals?
Okay, so you've got a roadmap, but let's be real. Starting any business is scary. What if I fail? What if I succeed, but then can't handle it?
Totally. Those are valid fears, and this source gets that. They actually talk about their own experiences with those anxieties, which is really helpful. They don't just acknowledge the fear, they give specific strategies for overcoming it.
Oh, I like that. Give me some examples.
Things like breaking down your goals into smaller steps, celebrating those small wins along the way, and finding a supportive community to keep you going.
Support is so key. Okay, so we're thinking like business owners. We're managing the startup jitters. Now, how does YouTube actually fit into all of this?
This is where it gets really strategic. YouTube isn't just a place to post funny cat videos or whatever. It's a powerful traffic source for your business.
Okay, so we're not talking about just getting views and subscribers.
No, we're talking about using YouTube to drive traffic to your business, your website, your products, your services.
So it's a means to an end.
Exactly. And think about it. YouTube has a vested interest in your success as a creator. They make money from ads.
Right.
And those ads only run if your content is getting views and engagement.
So they actually want us to succeed.
Yeah, they kind of have to.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
YouTube is like our partner in a way.
I like that. An invested partner. And the source uses their own experience to show you how it works. They have about 8,500 subscribers.
Okay. A decent following.
And they're earning $4,500 to $7,800 per month from AdSense alone.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Hold on, though. Back up for a sec. What's AdSense?
Oh, right. AdSense is Google's advertising program. You basically allow YouTube to run ads on your videos, and you get a cut of the revenue.
Okay, got it. So the more views you get, the more money you make.
Well, it's a bit more nuanced than that. It depends on your CPM, which stands for cost per mil or cost per 1,000 views.
So the higher your CPM, the more money you make per 1,000 views.
Exactly. And the source has some great insights on boosting your CPM. It's not just about views. It's about the type of audience you attract, the niche you're in, and even things like watch time and engagement.
So we're talking quality over quantity.
Exactly. You want to create content that caters to a specific audience that advertisers find valuable.
Makes sense. So it's not just about going viral. It's about finding the right audience and creating content that keeps them engaged.
You got it. But even with a great CPM, AdSense might not be enough to cover all your expenses.
Right, so it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. This source is all about building a multifaceted business. That's where their product value ladder comes in. And this is where things get really interesting for monetizing beyond just ads.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's climb this ladder. What's the first rung?
The first rung is the awareness product. This is your entry-level offering, something low-cost but valuable that attracts a broad audience and builds trust.
So something that gives people a taste of what you offer and makes them want more.
Exactly. The source gives a perfect example. Their Courage Before Confidence course. It teaches people how to get comfortable on camera in just 2 minutes a day.
2 minutes a day?
Yeah. And they're selling it 1 to 4 times a day, bringing in $3,000 to $12,000 per month.
Wow, that's incredible. And it's the perfect foundation for.
The second rung, the leverage product. This builds on that initial awareness and offers more value at a higher price. The source's example is their Big Video Academy, a $50 per month membership where they teach video creation and social media strategies.
So people are already comfortable on camera, thanks to that first product,
Yeah.
and now they're learning how to create high-quality videos and promote them effectively.
Exactly. This level brings in around $5,000 per month for the source, combined with the awareness product. That's already a significant income. But we're not done climbing yet.
Bring on the next rung. What's the third level?
This is where things get really specialized. The core product. It's a high-value program that dives deep into a specific problem or need. The source offers the Heart Brand Blueprint, which focuses on personal branding and growing a digital business.
Okay. Sounds intense.
It is. It's for people who are serious about building a lasting online presence.
Got it. And what about the final rung, the top of the ladder?
That's the scale product, the most premium offering, often personalized coaching or a high-level mastermind. The source's Heart Brand Academy falls into this category.
So you're getting exclusive access and guidance tailored to your specific goals. This whole ladder concept is pretty brilliant. But how do you figure out what to offer in the first place? How do you know what your audience actually wants and needs?
That's the million-dollar question. And the source has some really clever insights on identifying what they call winning content.
Winning content, I like it. Spill the beans. How do we unlock this secret?
Well, they use an example from their own YouTube channel. They have a video called You Are the Niche that has over 102,000 views.
Okay, so it clearly struck a chord with the audience.
Right, and they encourage us to analyze our early content, especially those videos that perform exceptionally well.
So if a video takes off, it's a signal that people are hungry for more information on that topic.
Exactly, and that could be the basis for a digital product or a whole series of products.
So we're listening to our audience and giving them what they're asking for.
It's about turning your passion into a profitable business. And the best part is, they've actually helped other people do this successfully.
Okay, story time. I love hearing about real-world examples. Tell me about these success stories.
All right, so there's Allison, a disabled mom in her 50s who overcame her fear of the camera and now has over 2 million views on TikTok.
Wow, that's amazing. What else?
Then there's Amy, a podcast host in her 30s who leveraged video to expand her reach. And how about Gail, a hat maker in her 60s who now confidently goes live on Facebook?
I love that there's such a range of ages and backgrounds. It proves these strategies can work for anyone.
Exactly, no matter what stage of life you're in.
Any other inspiring stories?
Oh, definitely. There's Tony, who had fantastic results with his YouTube videos after taking the Courage Before Confidence course. Seeing these real people succeed with the source's methods makes it all feel more tangible and less intimidating.
For sure. It's like proof that it's actually possible.
Exactly. And it's not about becoming a YouTuber for fame. It's about being a business owner who leverages the power of YouTube to build a sustainable income. And a huge part of that is understanding this product value ladder concept and identifying that winning content that resonates with your audience.
You're right. But I get the feeling there's something even deeper going on here. Something beyond just tactics and strategies.
You're picking up on something really important.
Yeah.
This source goes beyond the practical how-to and dives into the heart of building a brand that aligns with your passions and values. They call it your heart brand.
Heart brand. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, that's what we'll dive into next. It's about building a brand that's genuinely you, one that reflects your passions and values. It's about connecting with your audience on a deeper level, beyond just selling them something.
Okay, I'm listening. This heart brand thing, it's a refreshing perspective for sure. So many people get caught up in the hustle and forget that authenticity is key. But how do you actually build a heart brand? It sounds kind of, well, touchy-feely.
I get what you mean, but it's actually very grounded. It starts with understanding your own story. What are you passionate about? What experiences have shaped you? What unique perspective do you bring to the table?
So it's about self-awareness and digging deep to uncover what makes you you.
Exactly. And once you understand your own story, you can start weaving it into your brand. Share your journey, your challenges, your triumphs. People connect with real stories, not just polished facades.
That makes sense. People buy from people they trust and relate to. But how do you balance sharing your story with actually promoting your products or services?
It's all about finding the right balance. Your story becomes the foundation of your brand, and your products or services become an extension of that story. Think about how your offerings can help others on a similar journey, or solve problems you've faced yourself.
So it's not about pushing products. It's about offering solutions that genuinely help people based on your own experiences and expertise.
Exactly. And this is where that product value ladder we discussed earlier comes in. Each rung of the ladder can reflect a different stage of your story. or a solution to a specific problem you've overcome.
So the latter becomes a roadmap, not just for financial growth, but for personal growth as well.
Precisely. And as you guide your audience up the ladder, you're sharing your knowledge, your insights, and your heart along the way.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all comes together. It's about building a brand that's an authentic reflection of who you are and using your story to connect with your audience and offer them genuine value. But I think a lot of people, myself included, struggle with putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
You know, it can feel scary to share your story, your struggles, your imperfections.
That's so true. The source acknowledges this fear and emphasizes the importance of starting small. You don't have to bare your soul all at once.
Right. So maybe start by sharing a personal anecdote in a social media post or a blog article.
Exactly. Dip your toes in the water and see how it feels. As you get more comfortable, you can gradually share more.
That feels way less intimidating. And I guess the more you share, the more you realize that other people have similar struggles and insecurities. It's about normalizing imperfection.
Absolutely. And as you build your heart brand, remember to surround yourself with a supportive community. Connect with people who lift you up and encourage you to be your authentic self.
Love it. It's like having a cheerleading squad for your soul.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're building this heart brand, we're sharing our story, we're finding our tribe. But how do we know if it's actually working? What are some signs that we're on the right track?
One sign is that you'll start attracting the right people. These are people who resonate with your values, who connect with your story, and who genuinely appreciate what you offer.
So it's not just about attracting any audience. It's about attracting an audience that aligns with your heart.
Exactly. And when you attract the right people, building a community becomes much easier. People will naturally want to connect with you and with each other.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
It's about building a community, not just a customer base. What other signs should we be looking for?
Pay attention to how your work feels. Does it energize you? Does it feel aligned with your purpose? Building a heart brand should feel fulfilling, even when it's challenging.
So if it feels like a drag,
Mm.
or if you're constantly chasing trends that don't feel authentic,
Yeah,
that's a red flag.
definitely. And finally, pay attention to the opportunities that come your way. Are you attracting collaborations and partnerships that feel aligned with your values? Are doors opening that lead you closer to your vision?
Ooh, I like that. It's like the universe is conspiring to support you when you're on the right path.
Exactly. Now, you might be wondering if this heart brand stuff is all just fluff. Can it actually lead to a profitable business?
You read my mind. Can you really make money while staying true to yourself and your values?
The answer is a resounding yes. In fact, the source argues that building a heart brand is not just beneficial, it's essential for long-term success in today's world. Consumers are savvier than ever. They can spot inauthenticity a mile away.
So people are craving realness, not just slick marketing.
Exactly. When you build a brand that's transparent, genuine, and driven by a purpose beyond just profits, you create a deeper level of trust and loyalty with your audience, and that translates into long-term success.
Okay, I'm convinced heart brand it is. But I still have some questions about the nitty-gritty of YouTube. We've talked about it as a traffic source. But what about actually creating content? How do we make videos that stand out in such a crowded space?
That's where those winning content principles we discussed earlier come into play. It's not just about creating any content, it's about creating content that genuinely resonates with your target audience. Content that offers value, insights, and entertainment.
So it's about knowing your audience inside and out and creating videos that speak directly to their needs and interests.
Exactly. And remember, your heart brand should shine through in every video you create. Let your personality shine through, be authentic, and don't be afraid to have fun.
So it's about bringing that same level of authenticity and heart to your videos that you bring to your brand as a whole.
Precisely. And when you do that, you create a connection with your viewers that goes beyond just watching a video. You build a community of loyal fans who love your content and believe in what you stand for.
That's the dream, right? To have an audience that's genuinely engaged and supportive. But I know a lot of people get hung up on the technical aspects of YouTube. What are some tips for navigating the platform and making sure your videos get seen?
Great question. This source is all about leveraging the power of YouTube to your advantage. One key strategy they emphasize is understanding how the YouTube algorithm works. It's like this mysterious force that decides which videos get shown to whom, and it can feel overwhelming.
Yeah, it's like trying to solve a puzzle with constantly changing pieces. How do we crack this algorithm code?
Well, the source breaks it down into practical steps. First, it's about optimizing your videos for search. This means using relevant keywords in your titles, descriptions, and tags so that people can easily find your content when they're searching for something specific.
So it's like SEO for YouTube.
Exactly. And it's about creating high-quality videos that people actually want to watch. This means clear audio, good lighting, engaging visuals, and most importantly, valuable content that keeps viewers hooked.
So no shaky camera footage or rambling tangents.
Nope. The source stresses the importance of creating a professional and polished final product. They also talk about promoting your videos on other social media platforms and engaging with your audience in the comments section to boost visibility.
It's like a multi-pronged approach to get those eyeballs on your content. But let's be honest, YouTube can be a competitive space.
Yeah.
How do you stand out from the crowd and attract an audience that's truly yours?
This is where your heart brand becomes your superpower. Authenticity is what sets you apart. Don't try to be someone you're not or chase trends that don't feel genuine. Focus on creating content that reflects your unique personality, your passions, and your values.
So it's not about trying to be the next big viral sensation. It's about being the best version of yourself.
Exactly. And remember, building an audience takes time. Be patient, be consistent, and keep creating content that you're proud of. The right people will find you.
This has been so insightful. I feel like I'm starting to see YouTube not just as a platform for entertainment, but as a powerful tool for building a business and sharing your message with the world.
That's exactly the mindset shift this source is advocating for. It's about leveraging the power of YouTube to create something meaningful and sustainable. But building a business, even a heart-centered one, can be a roller coaster of emotions. We've talked about fear and vulnerability, but what about the other challenges that inevitably come up? How does the source suggest we navigate those bumps in the road?
That's a great question. What happens when we hit those inevitable roadblocks, those moments of self-doubt, or those times when we just want to throw in the towel?
Well, this source is all about providing practical solutions, and they offer some great advice for overcoming those challenges. One of the key things they emphasize is the importance of having a clear vision for your business.
So knowing where you're going and why you're doing it.
Exactly. When you have a clear vision, it's easier to stay focused and motivated even when things get tough. They also talk about the importance of setting realistic goals and breaking them down into smaller, more manageable steps.
It's like that old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Exactly. They also stress the power of celebrating small wins along the way. It's easy to get caught up in the big picture and forget to acknowledge the progress you're making.
So maybe take a moment to appreciate each milestone, no matter how small it might seem.
Absolutely. Celebrating those small wins keeps you motivated and reminds you that you're moving in the right direction.
Okay, so let's talk about the money. We built this heart brand, we're creating awesome content, but how do we actually turn this into a sustainable income?
Well, this source has a really clear roadmap for monetizing your YouTube channel and turning it into a real business. And it all goes back to that product value ladder we talked about.
Right, the ladder. Remind me how that works again.
It's all about giving your audience more and more value at each stage, starting with those low-cost offerings and working up to those higher-priced products or services.
Gotcha. So don't just hit people with a high-priced product right off the bat. You got to build that trust first.
Exactly. Show them you know what you're talking about. The source breaks it down into 4 stages. Remember that first rung?
The awareness product, right?
Yep, that low-cost entry point. Something that gives people a taste of what you do. And it positions you as that expert.
Like their Courage Before Confidence course.
Yeah.
The one that's making them thousands of dollars a month.
Exactly. That's a great example. Then people get hooked on your content. They trust you.
Yeah.
They want more. That's where the leverage product comes in.
Ah, the Big Video Academy membership.
Right. You got it. People are learning those valuable video creation and marketing skills.
And it's a recurring monthly membership, so that creates a nice consistent income stream.
Precisely. So we've got the first 2 rungs covered. What about those higher levels, the core and scale products?
Yeah. Let's talk about those.
This is where leveraging your heart brand really shines. The core product is your big one, your signature offering. It dives deep into a specific need and gives people real results.
Like the Heart Brand Blueprint, right? It helps people build that authentic and powerful personal brand.
Exactly. And because it's priced higher, you don't need to sell as many to make a good income.
Makes sense. Okay. And the top rung, the scale product, what's that all about?
That's your premium offering, usually a mastermind one-on-one coaching and exclusive community. The source calls theirs the Heart Brand Academy.
So you're giving personalized support, using all your experience to help people reach those big goals.
You got it. It's a high-level offering, so it has a premium price, which lets you scale your income while working with fewer clients.
This product value ladder is genius. It's not just about making money from your YouTube channel. It's about building a whole business.
That's the idea. A sustainable and impactful business. But I have a question. We've talked a lot about digital products. Can you use this ladder for physical products too? Or services? Absolutely. This ladder works for any kind of business. You could sell physical products in your niche, offer consulting based on your expertise, even host workshops or events to bring your community together.
So many possibilities. It's all about finding those creative ways to monetize your heart brand and give your audience what they need.
Exactly. And think outside the box. Explore different ways to make money. They even talk about affiliate marketing sponsorships, brand deals.
Wow, so many options.
Right.
But I think a lot of people, especially those who are really heart-centered, they might feel weird about selling,
Yeah.
even if it's something they believe in.
Oh, yeah. That's totally normal. The
Yeah.
source gets that. A lot of people have resistance to selling, especially if they're purpose-driven.
So how do you get over that?
They have a really good way of reframing it. They remind you that selling isn't about forcing products on people. It's about giving them solutions, helping them reach their goals, sharing something that can make a real difference in their lives.
So it's not about being pushy. It's about helping.
Exactly. When you look at it that way, selling becomes an act of service.
I love that shift in mindset. It takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
But how do you get good at selling, especially if you're not a natural salesperson?
They give some really good tips for becoming more confident. One of the most important things is to really believe in your product.
So you got to be genuinely enthusiastic, not just give some robotic sales pitch.
Exactly. People can tell if you're faking it.
Yeah.
They also say it's crucial to understand your ideal customer, their needs, their wants, what's holding them back.
Makes sense? You have to tailor your message to speak to those people.
Right. And practice your pitch, whether it's to yourself in the mirror or with a friend. That way you'll feel confident when it's time to put yourself out there. But I know what you're thinking.
The fear of rejection. That's a big one.
Yeah.
What if people say no?
The source gets that too. They say fear of rejection is normal. It's part of the process.
So how do you deal with it?
They say to reframe it. See it as a chance to learn and grow.
Okay, so a no isn't a failure. It's feedback.
Exactly. And remember, not everyone will be your ideal customer, and that's okay. Better to have a small group of people who love what you do than to try and please everybody.
You're right. Quality over quantity. But building a business, even a heart-centered one, it's a lot of work. How do you stay motivated and avoid burnout?
That's where your heart brand comes in again. When you're passionate about what you're doing and making a real difference, it keeps you going. It makes the tough stuff feel worthwhile.
So passion, purpose, and profit all working together.
That's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And they say to remember your why. Why did you start this business in the first place? What impact do you want to make? Keep that in mind, and it'll help you get through those hard times.
It's like your guiding star.
Exactly. But what about when you're overwhelmed, stressed, just plain tired? How do you take care of yourself when you're building a business?
Yeah, it's a lot to juggle.
The source is all about balance. They say to make self-care a priority. Do things that bring you joy. Recharge your batteries. Take care of yourself.
So it's not selfish to take care of yourself?
Not at all. It's essential. You got to show up as your best self. Spend time in nature. Connect with loved ones. Do something creative.
Sounds like good advice. And build a support system. Find people who understand what you're going through.
Exactly. People who get it, they can celebrate with you. Be there for you when things are tough.
Like your own personal cheer squad. And don't forget to celebrate your wins, big and small.
Absolutely. Celebrate that progress. Building a business is a journey. Enjoy the ride.
This has been incredible.
Yeah.
We've talked about building a heart brand, creating winning content, mastering YouTube, making money, and handling the challenges. What else should we keep in mind as we start our businesses?
They give one last piece of advice. It's about mindset. It's about believing in yourself, believing in your vision, and knowing that you can make a difference in the world.
So that unwavering faith, even when things get tough.
Exactly. Embrace the ups and downs, never give up on your dreams.
Powerful stuff. Well, that's a wrap for this deep dive. I don't know about you, but I am fired up.
Me too. I'm so grateful for this source and for this conversation.
And to you, our listeners,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us on this journey into building a business using YouTube. Remember, it's not just about building a business. It's about building a business with heart. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining your light. We'll see you next time.